Tarot for Kindness. This is our tarot reading fundraiser to help the seniors in Ukraine buy food for seniors in Ukraine. This is such a super beautiful, amazing project. Thank you so much for being here. I do tarot readings for $10 per card. You can get a 1-card reading, 2-card reading, 3-card reading. Any amount you can donate, and I would be happy to do a reading for you. I've got the beautiful Silver Acorn Tarot that I'm going to be working with today. Beautiful deck. And my friend Ivan is here, and he's in Kyiv. I'm in Los Angeles. That's why we're at this weird time, late for many people, but very, very early in Ukraine, 5 a.m. in Ukraine. And the Love Witch is behind the scenes, pushing all the buttons, just like the Wizard of Oz. You are like the Wizard of Oz, Buchanan. Pay no attention to the gorgeous creature behind the curtain. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Love Witches here. So we are doing tarot readings to help support seniors in Ukraine. Your donations of $10 per card will get you a beautiful tarot reading from me live here right now on the air, but you're also helping to support seniors in Ukraine who desperately need food and medicines and all the things that they need just to survive. And Yvonne's the one buying those groceries, delivering those groceries. Yvonne's the one looking for the best deals on the groceries, right? You always do the smart shopping.
Every time.
Yeah.
Even if I don't need something immediately, if the price is reasonable, we have some discounts. I try to buy as much as I can using my own money, and then I just reimburse myself with the future donations.
Yeah. To get those good deals. So $40 feeds a senior in Ukraine for 2 weeks. This is a good, nice, healthy diet with a variety of foods, and $40 is 2 weeks worth of groceries, which really helps them to stretch that those tiny pensions and money that they have so that they can eat. Sometimes Ivan has told stories where he goes in. We've heard lots of stories here, stories where he goes in to bring groceries for a senior and they have nothing in their cupboard, nothing left. And other times seniors that he has actually met have been begging for just a loaf of bread. So this is really not about, this is like supplementing. For many of these people, this is the only food that they get, and many of them have disabilities, blindness, or physical disability that they can't get around. Some are bedridden, and there's really these are really people who desperately need our help. Not only are they experiencing all these other things, but they're experiencing, of course, full-scale invasion of Ukraine by Russia, who's bombing, all kinds of civilian areas. This is a really disgusting, illegal war that is going on to overtake and take land, just a land grab, but bombing civilian areas, including homes and markets and businesses and things like this. So it's not about even military targets, about terrorizing the citizens. So your money today is really going to help alleviate at least one worry for these seniors. Some are in Kyiv, some are in Zaporizhia. Wonderful. Thank you.
Not only in Zaporizhia, because we have a new person who is from Kharkiv, and also
Kharkiv.
I'm going to show you a granny from Shepetovka. This is Khmelnytsk region today, because she's the granny of the week.
Granny of the week. I need to bring her picture up. I'm sorry I didn't do that. I was out today. So we're going to be changing the day of this. Next week we will be here on Wednesday, but then the following week we will be moving our time to Sunday evenings, right after the same time, but right after the Magical Mystery Marketplace, usually around 7:30 Pacific time. It's right now 7 o'clock Pacific time. But we'll be moving it to Sunday because I'm working on Saturday and Sundays. And so I'm moving my weekend to Wednesday and Thursday. And so I'm trying to get my days very clear. So I think that's going to be helpful to do that. So let's see. Open image and new tab. Maybe I can do that. Is that showing up? I don't know how to make that picture any bigger. It's very small, but we'll
Really?
do our best. Yeah, I don't know why it's not big. Let's see if I can download.
I believe in you. You can everything.
Let's see if I saved it.
Especially in the if you are connected to Love Witch.
You believe in me? You don't believe in me. You believe in the love witch.
I just try to say it politely.
No, I'm gonna get it. I believe in me, even if you don't believe in me. I believe in me. So, Yvonne, you crack me up. All right, let's see. Where's my desktop? That's weird. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the picture. Let's see if it's bigger now. Oh, it's super tiny. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Oh, wait, now I've made it bigger. Great. Oh, oh my gosh, this granny, she is so sweet. Well, Ruxandra, I have to say, Ruxandra already made a donation for 3-card reading. Thank you so much,
Thank
Ruxandra.
you.
Thank you so much. I believe in all of us as a love witch. All right, so we'll do Ruxandra's reading and then we'll share a granny of the week. She's really, she looks like, you know who I'm going to say. It's not a nice thing to say for some people, but she kind of looks like Baba Yaga. She really old and super cute. I think of Baba Yaga being cute. So, anyway. So let's get started. All right. So Ruxandra, you have a question? Go ahead and pop it into the comments and I'll get to that question. If not, we can do a general reading. That's okay too. Thank you so much for your donation. For those of you that are watching, we're doing Tarot for Kindness. If you would like a reading, tarot reading by me, tarot readings are $10 per card. 100% of your donation, 100% of your donation goes to feed seniors in Ukraine who are suffering under this war. We buy food and medicine and all of those things. And you can see the ones that you buy it for because today, later on today, or tomorrow will be tomorrow for us in the States. But today for you, Yvonne, you're going to go out and buy groceries and we'll see exactly who you helped today. So Ruxandra, if you have a question, you can go ahead and put it into chat or into the comments, and then Love Witch will put it up. You can go ahead and do that. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Ovidu's divorce is done. How will things go from here? Okay. All right. That's good news to hear. All right. Let's see.
I will be present in the kitchen, but you won't see me because I'm going to make some tea.
Okay.
It will take 2 minutes, but I'm here.
No worries. No worries. Okay. So let's see. All right. Okay. So here's what I see here. First thing I see is that there are still some cross purposes, I would say. We've got 5 of Wands showing up. By the way, you guys, this deck that I'm using is the Silver Acorn Tarot by Stephanie Buscema. And I wrote the book that goes along with it. It's absolutely gorgeous deck. I love this deck so much. A lot of people love this deck. It is a beautiful deck with wonderful images, hand-painted images. That this is not like digital art. This is hand-painted art and great cardstock. It's really a lovely deck to work with. We have it at the Parlor of Wonders, by the way. But let's talk about this. So 5 of Wands is saying there's still cross purposes or there's still this. I don't think this is between you and him. I think he's still dealing with perhaps maybe with his ex. There's still some stuff that has to be worked out or conflict that has to be worked out. So he is going to be dealing with some conflict. I don't think I don't get the sense at all that this is conflict with you, but I do get that he's still dealing with conflict with his ex, or, something like that. It may be about, child support or something along of that nature, or visitation or things like that. I think there's still some more conflict that he's dealing with. So you have to be a little patient. That shows up in our next card, which is the Hanged Man card. So the Hanged Man card requires us to be disciplined, diligent, and patient. It may even feel like, even though you're very excited, that this divorce has happened. It may feel like nothing has changed or nothing is happening. However, the hangman is saying that things are happening, but it's happening internally. I think there's a change happening internally for him, where he is going to come out of his shell. But this feels like almost like the butterfly in the cocoon. So still be prepared that he still may be quiet. He still might be figuring things out. Why? Because I don't think he's done with the conflict. And so, yes, the divorce is done, but this conflict needs to be resolved as well. Hangman card does promise us enlightenment and an expansion of some kind, just like this pumpkin has, jack-o'-lantern has the light coming out of his head. This is the enlightenment. And in the traditional Rider Waite Smith deck, this card often symbolizes the god Odin, who learned the magic of the runes by making a sacrifice, hanging above the pool on the tree Yggdrasil for 9 days. And after 9 days, he was able to decipher the runes and understand the runes. So it does promise enlightenment, expansion, and those wonderful things, but it is coming at, like, you have to be very disciplined. You have to have discipline about it, and you have to be willing to, quote unquote, make a sacrifice. Sacrifice does not mean losing something, but in this case, I see sacrifice as being patient, because I know you're very eager to get this relationship off the ground, but it's like saying, just be patient. It's going to happen, but there's a delay after this divorce, and then you're going to have that. So just be prepared. I think it's always good. This is one of the reasons why I love a tarot reading, and I love giving a tarot reading, because it is like a roadmap showing us the road ahead. Even more so, it's like Waze or Google Maps, a live roadmap that shows us exactly, is there a traffic jam? Is there an accident? Is there many cars on the road, and so on? And it gives us the way to go. So in this case, it's saying to you, be patient. It is not going to move quickly right away, but things will pick up. The reason I know that things will actually be much better is we have the Magician card showing up. Magician card is the card of empowerment. It's about magic and working magic, of course. I mean, that's a big element of the Magician. So if you are doing any magic on this situation to get the romance started and to get the relationship going, I think you want to remember this Magician card is telling you that manifestation can happen. You can manifest the things that you want. You can do spells for the things that you want. But if you are expecting to see an immediate result, you may get discouraged. So I think what you have to keep in mind is during this time, maybe the next few weeks, possibly even a couple of months. So be prepared, because this card is saying it's a bit of a sacrifice, right? Being patient during this time, but ultimately it will result in the manifestation of what it is that you want. I would say during this time is a great time for you to be doing magic for the relationship that you want to have with him in the future. So do sweet candles with heart-shaped candles, or lover's passion candle. I mean, I think those two candles in particular would be fantastic for this. You might want to do a spell with even an empowered Egyptian queen candle for yourself, to make yourself feel empowered in this situation. I think that's a wonderful candle to do when you're feeling like you're waiting and you're feeling like you're on the other end and when's it going to happen. Empowering yourself can be very good. Doing even a self-love spell, which can be a candle spell, heart-shaped candle, or a figural candle that represents you, or using self-love oil on yourself every day could be a wonderful thing to ground you during this time of waiting. And this is really saying that you can manifest the relationship that you want, but manifestation is not immediate because of this, and because he has to resolve this. So if you have that expectation, and okay, I need to be patient. This is a marathon. Wonderful. Did the Red Mermaid for myself. Absolutely perfect. I love that. I love that. So if you are thinking this is a sprint, you're going to have to shift the mindset to this is a marathon. But ultimately, you do get what it is that you want. I just think it's good to keep in mind that it might take a little bit longer because he's still dealing with some stuff there. I think, it's good to know that he might not be sharing that with you. He might not want to burden you with that share, that what's going on, that he's still in conflict with his ex and he's still dealing with that. So I think just being patient with him, loving, being very stable, being, I'm here for you when, whatever you need, I'm here for you. That's a good attitude to bring to this, and do your magic in the background and know that it might take a few weeks, up to several weeks, to get resolved, but that things will you'll see that manifesting happening after that time period. And I think it's good to know, really, that's one of the great things about tarot, is, like I said, it's like a roadmap. So if I see on my roadmap, yeah, okay, Ruxandra says, thank you. He does share everything and it all makes sense. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, if you have the roadmap ahead, then you know what to expect. Then it's not wondering, or it's not disappointment that things aren't happening right away, or exactly the way that we want them to happen. But ultimately, Magician card's very positive card for you, manifesting exactly what it is that you want. And that's very good to know. So you'll get there. So just be patient, be solid, be grounded, be present for him. And remember, he's going through a little bit of a rough time. So yeah, even now, even after that, I think he's getting some conflict. Hi, John Paul. Oh my gosh, John Paul's here. The party can start now. And the party can begin. John Paul's here. All right, everyone, we're doing Tarot for Kindness. These are tarot readings to raise money for Ukraine and for seniors in Ukraine who are struggling to get food, medicine, their basic needs met during this horrific invasion that they're experiencing. I mean, along with all of that, they're having a hard time getting food. So this is our way of a very grassroots. We are truly, truly, you and I, Yvonne, are truly grassroots. You know that? We are
Yeah.
just doing it, right? It's no, big organization. It's you guys that are watching and getting readings, making those donations. 100% of those donations are going to feed seniors in Ukraine. So there's no middleman. It's like you can be sure that your money is absolutely 100% going there. And everything that I get here, I even cover the fees that they take out. They take out fees when you donate, percentages and so on. And I cover those. And so if you donate $10, $20, $30, $40 is going directly to buy these groceries for these seniors. $40 buys 2 weeks worth of groceries for a senior. So if you want to feed one senior this month, I mean, Yvonne makes his rounds. He has almost 200 seniors that he visits every month. So we aim for trying to get 50 seniors a week, so that he can make his rounds and come once a month to see them. That's the goal that he has set. So as he is doing this and is feeding these seniors, 100% of the money goes there. So this is really like the way you can really put your compassion into action, and help people across the world that are we're almost on the other side of the world from one another. Not quite, but almost, right? We're really on the other side of the world. So yeah. Yes, Ruxandra, that's a great question. Should I add magician card to the spells? Yes, it's about your empowerment and your belief in your magic. Magician is empowered and confident in his magic. So it will help you to be confident in your, oh my gosh, Venmo isn't working. Goodness gracious. Let's see what's going on with Venmo. I know I was having some problems with Venmo. Let's see what's going on. Okay.
By the way, 7C,
Mystic.
7C Mystic, yeah. You are the first person I know who is from New Orleans.
Oh, there it is. Is it working now? Something didn't work. Try again. Yeah, Venmo is having some issues. Huh. There's an error. Something didn't work. Is that like the message you're getting, 7C's Mystic? Oh my goodness. Maybe we can use my personal Venmo. It's weird because I think my personal one is working. I'll give you guys my personal one. It's fine. It's like all goes to the same place anyway. So weird, right? It's like a spinning thing. Yes.
I
You're
would
gonna
like
have,
to.
yeah. New Orleans is a
It's
very
very.
unique,
It should be a very vibrant
yeah.
city
So
with a
much
lot
great
of
music then.
French traditions, Creole traditions.
Yeah. It is, I'll tell you something. It is such, I know Yvonne is a musician and loves music, and this is a big music town, and everybody, oh my gosh, yeah, this is weird. Let's see if my
I
personal
fell in
one
love
will.
with New Orleans since I was 10 years old and started reading Thomas Mainreed, who wrote many books about America in 19th century.
Okay, here's, hey, Love Witch. My personal Venmo, or you guys that are watching, I'll just give it to you. My personal Venmo is Pamela Ann Moore. That's my birth certificate name. So if you want to do Pamela Ann Moore, or maybe Love Witch can make a temporary temporary Venmo link. Or wait, I could put it up here like this. Will that work? I don't know. Will that work? Maybe. Try it. Can you try it? 7C Mystic? I don't know. You all can see I have a little crack in my in my screen cover. That's not my real screen. It's the cover of my screen that has a little crack. Does that work? Anyway, you could do Pamela Ann Moore or the link. Let's see if that works. All right. So anyway, so let's do, oh, John Paul did $20. Thank you so much. And Love Witch has my business account on Venmo is doing the same thing. Thank you so much. General reading. All right. Thank you so much, John Paul. Wow, what a sweet thing. Let's see what's going on for you. I love this. We've got the beautiful deck that we're using today is the Silver Acorn Tarot. I want to remind you guys that are here that just popped in. Next week, we will be here on Wednesday next week, but the following week, we will be meeting on Sundays. We're going to move our thing to Sunday evening. It will be about the same time, but what it's going to be is it's going to be part of the live magic, no, sorry, a magical mystery marketplace that we do at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be just continuing that, and Yvonne will join us at the end of that around 7:30. That gives him an extra half hour to sleep. Oh, Anatoly is here, special guest star.
This is why I seem so distracted because he bites me every time.
All right, let's take a look and we'll see what's going on for John Paul. All right, we're doing tarot readings, Tarot for Kindness. Tarot for Kindness is you guys donate $10 per card. I do a tarot reading for you live on the air on these streams. And then 100% of your donation goes to feed seniors in Ukraine who desperately need it. Boy, do they need it. It's like love, care, compassion. It's all direct action. All of us. You guys are doing direct action. I'm doing direct action. Yvonne's doing direct action.
Direct action. I love these words. This
Ooh,
is a beautiful combination. Oh,
I love these two cards. This is really a cool message for you. I love it so much. All right, let's talk about this first one, 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands shows this little black cat. He's standing there. He's got a fence of 8 wands behind him, but he's got one in his hand, but he's like looking off to the side, right? Where's the next attack going to come from? But he's safe. He's behind that fence. He's got a staff in his hand. It's like sometimes this could be overly worried about something or anxious about something. Often I see this card, and I think this really applies to you, John Paul, is like you have everything that you need to succeed, but you have to believe in yourself. Like that cat, he has everything that he needs to succeed, but he's like, oh my gosh, am I okay? Am I okay? So I want you to remind you, this is a great reminder from the universe, great reminder from the universe that you have everything that you need to succeed. maybe that's a great affirmation or a little mini spell or mini prayer that you can say for yourself as well. I have everything that I need to succeed. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I mean, that's what this card is telling us, right? Is that we need to believe in ourselves. We need to believe that we are safe, that all is well, and that we can manifest everything that we want to manifest. I really see this as like such a good one. So, really get into that place of self love. Self love work is great. That's a little theme we're having today. Get into that self love work. And maybe even if you wanted to work with oils, I would say self love oil and supreme confidence oil. This is about having confidence in yourself as well, belief in yourself, right? Like Yvonne doesn't believe in me, but I believe in me. He was joking with me earlier that I couldn't get. I said, I can't get the picture. And he says, I believe Love Witch can help you. I said, no, I believe in me. He says, I believe in the Love Witch. So anyway, Nine of Wands is a card about belief in self. Believe in yourself, right? Believe in yourself. It's such a beautiful message, such a gorgeous message, really. We could all use a dose of this, like self-belief, self-confidence. So work on the self-confidence magically, spiritually. Affirmations are fantastic to do. Do an affirmation and put a little oil on. You've doubled up that power immensely. Say those affirmations out loud. It's a beautiful thing to do, and get back into your confidence of knowing you have everything you need to succeed and to get to whatever it is that you want. Along those lines, we have the Two of Wands, another kitty cat. Oh my gosh, this is a cute kitty cat. She's a little witch cat. Which one looks like Anatolia? Oh, you do have those oils. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad you have those oils. Start working with those again, and start bringing an affirmation in with these oils. That's a great way to work. All right, Two of Wands is a great card because in the traditional card, it's an explorer type of guy looking at a globe of the world. But this is a witch, a magical little kitty witch, looking in a crystal ball. Both of these have a specific message for you. It's about visioning your future, right? In terms of the traditional tarot, it's like I'm an explorer. I can see myself going around the world or whatever the explorer's intention is. He isn't there yet, but he's making the plans for the future. The same thing here. It's visioning your future, visioning your future. So, another magical message that you're getting is to start doing visionary work. What do I mean by that? It can mean meditation or guided visualization or something like that. But I also think of these other ways that we can do visualizations. So, I'm going to give you a few and you pick your favorite one. First one that comes to mind is a vision board. Vision board, right? Vision board. I think we all know what a vision board is. You find pictures of what it is that you want. You go to the arts and crafts store, you get a poster board and you start sticking these pictures up. Or you might get a cork board and pin these pictures up on the cork board. But the point is that you're making a visual thing to look at that will remind you of the things that you are working on manifesting, right? That you are working on manifesting. Another way that you can do that is to have a box. Like I've taught this, the witch box. Here's one right here. Here's one that we made together in the new moon, the full moon group, full moon class. So it says manifest on it. It has some symbols on it. I painted this, by the way. That's no painting on the back. Painting there. And then I said, may all my wishes come true, so mote it be, right? So this is about a box for putting your manifestations in. You can write little slips of paper. You can find pictures in magazines or pictures on the internet and cut them out and put them into a special box where you're going to let those marinate. Now you can add things to this box, like you can add crystals or talismans or something like that can empower your wishes. But certainly the most important thing is that you're committing to those wishes. I'm going to tell you a little story about this and working with a witch box. I call it a witch box. I used to do this practice years ago. And what I would do, this is back in the days when there were catalogs and they used to mail you paper catalogs. Like the internet was still not much of a thing. Back in those days, it was kind of, I don't even know. I think, was there even an eBay back then? Maybe. But this is like you take those pictures from the catalog and I would cut them out. Well, I'm a musician. And so I was so fascinated with like these weird instruments, weird old instruments and unusual things, unusual instruments. And so I would take pictures and cut them out like, ooh, one day I want to get that instrument or this one or the other one. And I put them in the box, and then I kind of put the box on my altar, and then I forgot about it. I didn't think about it too much. And then I went back to it like around New Year's because I thought, oh, New Year's is a good time to freshen things up, look at those intentions, see what I still want, see what I'm not interested in anymore. And it was such a profound moment, a joyful and magical moment, because when I opened up the box and the papers were in there, I started going through these little images of these instruments, and I was like, "Oh, I got that one now. Oh, I don't have that one yet, but that's okay. I'm not interested in that one anymore. Oh, I don't have that one yet, but I'll put it back in the box later. Oh, I got that one. Oh yeah, I didn't get this one yet, but I'm going to get that one. Oh, I got this one." So as I was going through, I was seeing all of the instruments that I had manifested and coming into my life because I didn't remember that at one time, it's like a way to jog our memory to remember what master manifestors we are. I think another way to do this kind of work is to work with a gratitude journal. In a gratitude journal, you write one page about what it is that you appreciate in your life right now, and you write a second page about what it is you would like, but you write it as if it's happening now. And yes, this is a very powerful tool for manifestation because you will start manifesting these things. But I think one of the sort of extra perks of having this tool is that you will see that the things that you didn't have, that you wanted to manifest and you didn't have in your life, and now they're here, and you can go back in time to remember when you didn't have that thing and you really wanted it. So seeing how much you accomplish in that way is such an amazing, wonderful, wonderful thing. It really builds up your confidence as a magician, because I think we're always looking to the future, looking to what we want, looking to what we want to achieve, but we never look back and give ourselves a pat on the back for what we have manifested and we have achieved. So that could be another way that you could do this visioning work that we see in Two of Wands. So, Jean Paul, believe in yourself and do your visioning work. Those are your messages from your spirit guides. I've been journaling and I love the witch box idea. Yeah, you're an artistic sort, creative sort. Get a little box. I mean, I did this with paint pens. We did this as one of our full moon projects, and we did this with paint pens. It looks pretty cute, huh? What do you say, Yvonne? It's pretty cute, right?
Yeah, but this star reminds me of the times of the Soviet Union.
Well, it's not for witches. This is a witch star. But there's another star, which is the 8-pointed star. And in Ukraine, that's a very magical one. But this is like the Celtic 5-pointed star.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. It's a red star is not a good a good thing, is it? Oh man. Yeah, it does have an association, but it's a witch thing. It's a witch thing. So all right. So I think we have another, let me go into the chat. I think we have another Adricha. Oh, Adricha, thank you so much. Adricha's question. Okay, I will go into the chat and get Adricha's question. Let's see. If I can go there. Okay. Oh, there we go. Captions, QR codes, music, chat. Okay. Great. Okay, I'll find it. Adricha. Oh, yes. Okay, here's Adricha's question. 5-card reading. Thank you so much, Adricha. Thank you so much, John Paul, and thank you, Ruxandra. If you'd like to get by the way, you guys that are watching, if you would like to get a reading with me, $10 per card. We're working with the Silver Acorn Tarot today. For your donation of $10 per card, we are donating 100% of the proceeds to feed seniors in Ukraine. This is a wonderful way that you can directly help people in Ukraine while they are suffering under this full-scale invasion. It's super direct action. It's you guys make the donation. I send it to Yvonne, and he goes and buys groceries with that money today. So it's going to happen today. So if you'd like to do that, there's PayPal. Venmo doesn't seem to be working very well today, but if you are on YouTube, you can also do Super Chat, which is the little $sign at the bottom, and you can make your donation there. Okay, so you donated 50. I want to know if there will be any reconciliation with H, and if yes, when. Okay, let's see what we see. Okay. Okay. Well, it's looking like a yes, and it's looking like it's going to happen pretty quickly. Interesting. Okay. Here's what I see. We have okay. The central card of all of this question, if there will be a reconciliation, is the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, we saw this card in the other deck last week. You remember, I think this one showed up. It means fast and focused. So I don't think it's going to be very long. I think there's a lot of swift moving energy. There's no blocks to this reconciliation happening. And I think it's going to happen probably in a matter of weeks for sure. That would be the outside would be a few weeks. But I think it's going to happen pretty quickly. There's no block to it. The thing I'm concerned about, there's a couple things I'm concerned about that I'll talk about, but sometimes we get fast result, but it's not a long lasting result. You know what I mean? Like this could be a situation where you reconcile, everything's great for a couple of months, and then kablooey, it goes kablam again. I'm not saying that that's showing up that it's going to have that, but what I'm getting from this energy is that it's fast result, but you need to work on your spells and your magic to make it a long lasting result if that is what you want, or if you would like to have it you just be open-ended about it and see what happens. You can do that. But I think you want to be very cautious to make sure, because you had the rug pulled out from under you in this situation. I think you have to build trust again, and that takes some time. So don't rush into anything. I mean, this can have a tendency to be rushing into anything. Oh my God, my cat is meowing so loud. So this is a tendency to rush into something too. So just be very, this is going to be fast. It's going to happen soon. There's definitely a yes and a yes. We have 2 aces. So it's definitely a yes to the reconciliation. Ace of Swords is a card of victory. Ace of Wands is a card of passion. So we have actually 3 Wands cards showing up, right? This represents the element of fire. So this card in particular is very funny because in the regular Rider-Waite deck, it looks very phallic. This one, not so much. But I think that there's passion. I think that there's, kind of chemistry and passion and excitement. But I would make sure that you take it slow and you build the trust first, because this can be the reason that he's coming back. The reason he's coming back is because he wants a hookup or maybe a one-night stand or something like that. And I think you are having an expectation that you would like something more. So when you guys reconcile again, take it slow. Take it slow. Don't, if what you want is something long lasting, you have to build the trust again before you start getting intimate again. I mean, I think that's just a given. You have to know that he's going to be around and not take off like that, or, go silent or ghost on you or any of those things. So this is lots of passion, and these are 2 yeses, but I want to be a little cautious with this. Now, the thing that I see here is the 6 of Wands. So 6 of Wands in the tradition, well, it's got it here a little bit. We've got a little pumpkin guy in the background. 6 of Wands is the victorious hero coming back and celebrating his victory. So an interesting thing is that this card, he's coming back. He's got the gold ring in his hand. I'm looking to see the image a little bit better. He's got the gold ring in his hand. So this is a card of victory and success. So this is a success energy. However, there's an interesting thing that appears on this card. This is a horse on a carousel. And what do horses on carousels do? They go up and down, and they go around and around, right? So, is there any time-wise number? Time-wise number would be a few weeks at the most. This is going to happen quickly, really quickly. So, the thing that I see with this card that makes me a little cautious and concerned is the fact that a merry-go-round is like you're repeating the same cycles over and over again. So you want to be cautious because if the cycle before is somebody who came close and then ghosted or left, you don't want to repeat that cycle again. Not only that, but the horse goes up and down, which means kind of like hot and cold energy or things going up and down, not things being steady. So I would be a little concerned. And that's why I would say take it slow. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but you need to take it slow because you need to build trust again. And you need to know he is not going to pull the same trick that he pulled before or do the same thing he did before or be hot and cold, ghost you, dip out or whatever happened. You don't want that to happen again. And so you need to take it slow. That's the one message I have for you because these cards these cards are really fast, but this may be rushing into things. All right. If you take it slow, if you avoid this rushing in or this repetitive cycle, the world card shows up. Now, the world card is an interesting card because it also has a cycle and a circle. This card, sometimes we think of fulfillment or completion of something, right? It has this complete circle of the laurel leaves around the cat, right? So, in this situation, I would say you can get closure and you want to take your time to see that you can manifest like your dreams and desires. This can be the manifestation of dreams and desires, total fulfillment. But to do that, you cannot repeat what happened before. That's it. So to avoid a repetition of what happened before, then you have to take your time, go slow, build your trust again. And yeah, I mean, he has to demonstrate to you that he's not going to pull the same trick again. That's what I don't want to see. That's the thing I'm concerned about. So I'm not concerned about him not coming back. That I see happening very quickly. I'm not concerned about passion in the relationship. Definitely there's passion there. What I'm concerned about is that he may repeat the cycle again. And I don't want to see you on that merry-go-round repeating the cycle. So if you want that good outcome, that great outcome of the world card, I think you have to take that, like put the brakes on and take it a little bit slow. Take it a little bit slower than normal. Okay.
By the way, in Ukraine, the fourth card could be a huge symbol because we have a saying, the prince on a white horse. Yeah, which means that actually every girl await for a prince on a white horse because it symbolizes, a rich, very beautiful guy who is going to give you a gold ring, which means the
That's true.
intention of marriage. And I don't know if you have the
Or
same in the United States.
you give him the pumpkin. That's an inside joke. You know what that means, right? That
Yeah.
you give the guy the pumpkin?
Uh, no,
Oh, it's a full Ukrainian thing. This is super Ukrainian thing.
really?
So, yeah, like in the village though. It's not a city
Mm,
thing, it's a village thing. So, if you guy came around and you weren't interested in him, you gave him a pumpkin, and that was your way of saying, "I'm not interested in
I
you."
see.
But this is interesting because I don't think people know what the brass ring is. It's really a brass ring, not a gold ring. But the ring, in olden days on merry-go-rounds, they would have this thing. They don't do it now because it's too dangerous. But back in the 1920s, 1930s, all kinds of crazy things happen, right? I think of like the cyclone roller coaster in oh, you know what it means, yeah. So they used to ride on the horse, and then you would reach to try and catch the ring because there would be a little ring hanging there, and the rings would be out of steel, gray steel, 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 steel. But there would be one ring, so kids were catching those rings as they were going around. But there would be one ring that was a brass ring, and if you got the brass ring, you got a free extra ride on the carousel. It just meant you got a free ride. That was your prize, but you got the prize. And so there's this saying about you get the brass ring means you get the like special prize. You got the it was your lucky day, So this they don't have on merry-go-rounds, carousels anymore, but it's symbolized in this. I mean, this could even be that promise of a ring, but I'd like to see, like, you needs to show you rather than tell you. That's what I think. This can be, you want to take it slow, Adrija. So yeah. Adrija says it makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, it makes sense. Good. All right. Um, all right. Wonderful. It's so great to, and John Paul, back to John Paul. John Paul said, I love it. Yes, I'm so glad of that reading. It was so lovely. If you'd like to get a reading, you can get one too. But before we do that, let's meet our Granny of the Week and see the people that you're helping. Would you like to do that, you guys? I think so. We'll just make that decision. Let me share my screen
And
with you.
probably while I'm doing here, you could figure out what is happening with Venmo, because as far as I see, Seven Mystic wanted to have some reading.
Let's see if this works. All right, maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is that showing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Actually, this story would be short because I don't know too much about this granny, because I don't know her in person. She lives in Shepetovka. This is Khmelnytsk region, quite far from Kiev, closer to the western Ukraine. Let's say between central and western Ukraine. And I don't have a volunteer here because we are not too big guys to have volunteers everywhere. And the family of this granny, they reached out to us directly because they are experiencing financial troubles, problems, and actually, Kiev is relatively rich city, if this word can be used in terms of Ukraine in general. But if we go into the depth of the country, we will see terrible pictures here, and Shepetovka isn't an exclusion. It's a quite big town, closer to the city even. I believe it has maybe 150,000 people. Yeah, but the situation here isn't good, and they needed some help, and I couldn't refuse them. And this is our third donation to them, and the granny is quite expensive because almost every time we buy some meds along with the groceries. You can see diapers. She needs them every time, and she's 93 years old. Almost cannot see, cannot walk, so she just sits. She just can sit and lay in the bed. And what message do I have here along with this picture? I just wanted to complete the average portrait of Ukrainian senior we usually help. Uh, she's just an average, typical. I mean, the health issues, age is 80 plus, which is one of our main criteria. No money. Mm, this is it.
I don't think, what's really interesting is I don't think people in the States realize that in rural areas, not that she's in rural, she's not in a little village, but she's in a town. But when you go into the villages, people still, in many places, get water from a well, heat their house with wood. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is not uncommon. We think of that as like being in a cabin in the woods. It's almost a little bit like that. But, for somebody who's in their 80s or their 90s and having to do this hard work, that's why you have strong Ukrainian grandmas, right?
Yeah. If we are talking about villagers, yeah.
So I think Venmo is working now. It looks like Venmo is working. So Parlor of Wonders is working because my friend just sent me some money for something else. So yeah, it looks like it's working again. So yeah, so this is like this life is very, very simple, very modest. accommodations. Sometimes it's a chata with like 1 or 2 rooms and a wood stove. And this is a reality for some seniors in these village areas. In the city, it's a little more modern and so on. But it's hard for people to understand that, because even in rural areas here, everybody has plumbing and heating and electricity and all of those things. And some of these areas, this is not a common thing, although electricity, I think everybody has. But in terms of heat and cooking and so on, they're cooking on wood stoves, they're heating their home with a wood stove. So this is not uncommon. I think 30% actually of Ukraine, there's still people that heat with wood or coal.
I don't know. I don't know the statistics, but maybe yes.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
hard. It's hard for me to realize too, because I live in the center of the capital.
Exactly. In the capital city, modern, it's got all
And
the
even here, the picture is so uncommon for the eyes of any Western guy, because a person from Arizona who came here and partly to see me, also a couple of your friends too, of course. But when we made a couple of shuttle moves back and forth to the supermarket and then to the granny, she was literally shocked, and she wrote a big article about her adventures. It's just the different universe. Pamela is right. You cannot realize how everything is here. You have to be there to feel the atmosphere. It should be a great experience, of course. So if anybody has an intention to visit Kiev, please do this. To whom who you have to contact.
Yvonne says, when you'll be seeing my grandma, hers grandma is the one in Zaporizhia. So you don't even see her, right? She's the one with the red hair in Zaporizhia.
I believe that we. Yeah.
The blind one,
Yeah. It will be, I believe, the beginning of the next week, because right now we are finishing the refugee hostels visits, and we will have 2 new grannies here. So the number of our clients is in the hostel is a little bit bigger than usual, and also since we cannot provide 44 visits per week, we need 44 visits per week to make the interval between our visits exactly 1 month. Since we cannot do this, we stretch them, and it's more like 5 weeks interval. So this granny is very close, but we have to finish our work with the refugee hostel first of all, because the refugee hostel is also in Zaporizhia, and they are first in our key, and then we have some grannies who lives in their own flats, and this granny is among them.
So
If you read my posts, by the way, since we're friends on Facebook, if I don't forget, I will send you the photo when we are done with this granny, Taisia. Yeah, just I hope I won't forget, because there are so many things to do.
Yeah, we
Thank you
have to start
for reminding, by
adopting
the way.
those grannies. All right, so
This little monster takes
Anatoly.
so much of my time.
Look at those little paws. All right, 7C Mystic, do you want to put your question into chat, and then I'll do the reading. It could be general reading. We're doing tarot readings. You wanted a general reading. Okay, great. All right. Excellent. We'll get that going. All right. Thank you so much for your donation, 7C Mystic. Thank you, Adrija, for your donation. Jean Paul, Ruxandra. Thank you to all you guys. Thank you so much. You're helping to make and brighten the life of a senior in Ukraine right now. Really sweet and wonderful thing. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. General reading. got the beautiful silver acorn tarot that we're using today. This is about to go, I think it's about to be sold out. This is we have these at Parlor of Wonders, by the way, silver acorn tarot. You can get it also from Stephanie Buscema, her website. Wonderful. It says we've raised 120 so far tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who donated. Yeah. Okay, great, great. All right. So let's take a look and see. See, it's very just I can't be distracted. I look at all the chat over on the side. I'm gonna close that. All right. Stop looking at the chat and let the love witch deal with it. All right. First card that I get. This is a lovely card, Four of Wands. Four of Wands. So there's a celebration. These wonderful cats are cute little cats are dancing around, having a party, just like Anatoly. They're having a party. There's a canopy above, so the implication is like a wedding of some kind, but this is definitely like a celebration. Now, when I see this card, okay, there's other cards that show celebration, right? Three of Cups shows the women dancing around. That's another example. Six of Wands, they're marching through the streets in a parade. But this card to me is like community celebration, right? Being in community. It's outside in the traditional Rider-Waite. There's usually a lot of people in the background. It has this energy of community celebration. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means public visibility. If you can't look at New Orleans, my gosh, there's so many opportunities to get involved in. There's like a party every day on the street, right? Not that you're going to, march the second line or anything like that. But what I'm saying is in this situation, it's about visibility and people celebrating you. So be visible, be seen, toot your own horn, show what you've got, get it out there and let people see. And I think this would be a great time for you in terms of like your business. It'd be a great time for people, to give you testimonials that you can post, let's say on your website to tell what an amazing experience they had with you. It could be a great time to get involved in fairs, festivals, public events. I mean, one of the things that I have done in the past, I haven't done it really since COVID actually. But what I used to do is I used to donate my time to causes that I believe in. So like if a school was having like a school fair, for example, I would go and I would do readings for money to raise money for the school. I wouldn't take anything, but I would do it for the school. But what that did was it put me out in the public eye so that people would see me and get to know me and even get a little sample of a reading. And then they would do a reading with me in person, much more intensive and real, focused one-on-one reading. So I think about these events or places that you can get out and be seen would be really good, and find events that you believe in the cause, you believe in what, you support what they're doing. I think that's a great way to do that. I mean, that's what we're doing here right now. Now, this is a cause I believe in, feeding grannies in Ukraine. So I'm doing readings for free. I mean, you guys are paying, but the money's going to feed the grannies. So, and 7C Mystic says that makes a lot of sense. Now, I think there's also another element on this for you, 7C Mystic, which is about you celebrating, getting out there and having fun and being seen just for yourself. I mean, this could be making new friends, having new people come into your life, and that can be a really great thing. So maybe it's just getting out there a little bit more. But I think in terms of business, it's like getting into public community celebrations and finding things that you appreciate. Yeah, look at fall is the perfect time for that too. Like the Witches Ball fundraiser, Pamita and I read it last October. Exactly. That's a thing that I totally believe in. Madame Ozma every year has a witches ball in Long Beach, which is just 45 minutes south of where I am, and it is a like she's done great fundraisers. Always a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for Trans Lifeline. It's been a fundraiser for it's Vienna Star, which is a housing people who are unhoused. All kinds of these really good causes that she always picks up that I totally love everything that she is passionate about. And also I love her. So I'm happy to go down and I do readings I do readings I don't receive any money. I just do it on a donation basis. Last year, Love Witch was in town, and Onoreo, the Love Witch, Miss Kelly, and I all went down. This year, it's going to be me and Onoreo. It's only going to be down there doing this, but it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be on October, if you're in LA, that's going to be on October 21st, I think it is. It's the Saturday before the last Saturday before Halloween. So there'll be more announcements about it and everything like that. But what I'm saying is those kinds of things can be really, really great. So I have done it since COVID. I forgot that I haven't. So I have done it. This is something I'm passionate about and I care about. So that's one thing. Second thing that I see, here's my Anatoly, my little bratty girl that's a troublemaker. Second card that I see, public and online event, as well as some things Halloween weekend. I need to do more social. Absolutely. I think it's about being in public celebratory places though, really. And then you will get that energy from people like, oh my God, you're amazing. And it will introduce you to people. Now here's Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is planting seeds for financial abundance. So this can be sometimes, when we see aces coming up, it's like new businesses or new jobs. So I think there may be some aspect to your business where you can bring in some new source of income. It may be doing parties. I mean, my gosh, alongside of this, it may be doing party readings, like hiring yourself out for people's balls and parties and all of those things. I don't know if you do that currently, or it could be another offering that you bring to the table. So I love seeing this beautiful, fresh new beginning. It also has that sun energy. Look at those beautiful sunflowers, working hard, but working hard and creating something, manifesting something. That spider there, the pavuk spider is good luck symbol, right? A spider coming down from your ceiling is a good luck symbol. So when we see the spider coming down, this is good luck, this is money, this is fame and recognition, all of that. Even little bird up at the top kind of feels like the bird is building a nest. It's like building something that is going to benefit you and benefit your home and your life and all of that. So I see you very joyfully weaving your little web, doing your thing. I mean, even, this is so funny, that web of the spider web, you see the web going around, that web can be like your networking. So something with business is a brewing, I'll say that, and getting it out there and getting it seen by others is very important. So thanks so much for your donation, 7C Mystic, and that's really some good news there. Some good news. All right, if you'd like to have a reading, we're doing Tarot for Kindness. Tarot for Kindness is our fundraiser that we do once a week. By the way, if you are just popping in right now, we do this usually on Wednesdays. We will be doing it, of course, today, and then next week we will be on Wednesday. But after that, we will be on Sundays, and it will be following the Magical Mystery Marketplace on Sundays about this time. Just join me live on the stream. Same thing, streaming. I'll be streaming, but Yvonne will be joining us around 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. And we are going to, and it'll be Sunday evening, so you can be super cozy. It'll be lovely. We'll have a great time, and we'll do a reading for you. If you would like to get your cards read, you can make a donation through PayPal, Venmo, or if you are on YouTube right now, you look for the super chat button below and donate, and you can help a senior, feed a senior in Ukraine who's struggling. Yeah.
Yeah, right now we have enough funds for 3 seniors. Yeah.
Three seniors. We can get another one in, I think. Come on,
Maybe
you guys.
let's do 4 or even 5.
So 7C Mystic says, I do readings for parties. I'm accepting I need to put myself out for more events. I'd also like to also do some volunteer things. Yeah, I think that's a great thing. I mean, you're so welcome, 7C Mystic. You're so welcome. Yeah, I think it's really interesting. Like, it's ways that we donate our time and our energy to something that we believe in. So I do it all the time. I'm doing it here right now. So something I super believe in. But I also do it in other ways, like the Witch's Ball and other events and things like that. So if some, somebody's like, hey, we're doing this event for this thing, and I really like the cause, I'll donate my time, and why not? something, a way of giving back, and a way of, and it's also a lovely way to connect with new people and have people see you and meet you. And it's just, I think it brings good energy when we do those. Give our time and our energy and our skills towards something that we love. Yeah, I think carnivals, fairs, festivals. I mean, like I used to do tarot readings at school carnivals, like when my kids were little and in school, even schools that I didn't belong to, I would do it as well. Like they have, Halloween carnivals and things like that. Um, I think those are lovely ways, and I would bring out the Halloween tarot deck, the Halloween deck, which is such a great deck. And that deck is great because the images of like the devil and the death card are not scary looking. And the tower is not scary looking. They're kind of cute and kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas, cute Halloween, cute spooky, right?
Mm.
So, yeah, so it's a really sweet, fun way of connecting with new people, meeting new people, making new clients, but also supporting things that you love and that you're passionate about. Isn't that a nice way to live in our life? So give our energy and our time and our love and our good intentions toward those things that we want to see more of in the world, right? More kindness, more seniors in Ukraine who have food on their table. That's what I'd like to see in the world. That's what you'd like to see in the world, huh, Yvonne?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If any of us can help at least two people, we will live in a completely different place in a year.
Yeah. I always say that, our soul's mission, think about this, you guys. Our soul's mission is to touch another life. And if we do it once, our mission is complete. But you know what? We can do it many, many times in our life. And then as we do it more and more, we just build up more and more good karma, good energy, goodness in the world that we receive back. The goodness will come back to us when we do that. So think about, saving an animal, saving an old person across the world, saving somebody near you. What can you do to do an act of kindness? Doesn't have to be random. It can be random act of kindness, but it can be an act of kindness that is conscious, right? Every time we do those acts of kindness, whether it's saving an animal, saving a stray animal, sending help to people far away, helping the people near us. I mean, this is how Yvonne got started, right? Do you want to tell
Absolutely.
everybody the story of how you got started while we
I
wait for
think
someone else to
I
get
think
their reading?
everyone here already knows
How
about
do you
this.
know? This could be new people watching that have never seen it before.
Well, I just wanted to say that I was an average guy who took care about himself only and about his family, of course. Uh, this guy didn't notice anything that surrounds him, and the only good effect of this war is that this war opened his eyes to the big amount of problems that exists around him, and he looked at these people and he realized that he was completely blind before this time. So it was a huge transformation of my mind, of my soul, and of course it widened my horizons very much, very much. It's hard to describe this in English because I don't know the words in English that would be the most appropriate to describe this transformation. But if any one of you knows Russian or Ukrainian, I can do perfectly. I can do this perfectly on this in these languages. I started gradually. I just wanted to help a granny who lives on the fourth grade of our building
Fourth
because
floor, yeah.
fourth floor. Yeah, I did this and I decided to publish just a good post of kindness to cheer up Ukrainian people, my friends on Facebook who were desperate. Oh,
Yeah,
you know,
see? Yeah, people don't know
okay.
your story. I've heard it a couple times, but not everyone has, right?
I have a small shop on Etsy, Etsy. Everyone knows, at least in the United
Yeah.
States, everyone knows what Etsy is. And when the war started, I figure out that my sales have been increased significantly. So it was absolutely enormous, and I started to figure out why. I started communication with many buyers, and in this way, they just wanted to support Ukrainian designers. It was a like worldwide campaign in the beginning of the war, and in a week, I collected enough money to feel myself more or less confident, and I started thinking, what else should I do with them? And I decided to help one single granny who lives uh, three grades up from me. I did this. I made a post. The post was it has a very good effect to people. I decided to do this one more time. I came to another granny, and then they told about me to their friends, and this is how we started. And suddenly I realized that absolutely new people from the States, Australia, Great Britain, uh, come to me and ask, well, how can we help? And gradually this transformed in my head into the idea of doing something on the regular basis and increasing the number of people who help and do this regularly, like once a month. Because in Ukraine, this is our feature. I don't know anyone in Ukraine who helps regularly, because uh, almost every donation, almost every humanitarian aid you can get there is a single one. So it's just an occasion. You know about something, you move here very quickly, because it's
One time only, right?
yeah, always limited. And if you're lucky, you get it. If not, you won't get it, because the keys are huge. I know this. Hundreds of pensioners, they are literally fighting for this food, and this is a very sad picture. And we do this regularly. So if the person comes to our helping list, she is completely secured. For me, it's easier. I mean, easier to my mind, so that I know that these people are covered, and I don't worry about them. Yes, you don't see new photos, but for me, this is like a self-advertising to to put new photos, like, look how many people who helped. But this is the single help. It doesn't matter.
Well, I think
This
the
is why this
photos
is
we're
why I
seeing,
decided to transform this idea into the regular helping.
well, we're seeing new photos, but the same people.
Yes, of course,
Yeah,
of
I mean,
course.
you
I
do
mean,
a
new
photo every
faces,
time.
new
Yeah,
faces.
new faces, because
Hmm.
we're not recycling the full. I know I've watched some and I've seen the same person
Hmm.
again, but it's a different day, different
Hmm.
clothes,
Hmm. Hmm.
different different things. There's a fire engine outside. Um, so if you'd like to help seniors in Ukraine, we're going to be here for like another 15 minutes. If you'd like to help seniors in Ukraine, you can make a donation. You can donate through PayPal, Venmo, or Super Chat. If you're watching this over YouTube, you can go into Super Chat, click on the Super Chat, make your donation. It's $10 per card. You can have a one card reading, two card reading, one card for $10, two cards for 20, three cards for 30. I'll do the reading live on the air. You'll get a great little check-in if you just want a little check-in about something, or you want a general reading. I just want to see what's up ahead. We've been having two general readings tonight, and they've been really lovely and really on point and very personal. It's been very, very lovely doing that. But this can be a great, oh my gosh, just share the link with a dear friend so she might pop in. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Share this with your friends. You can also share these videos as you see them, because remind people. So we usually meet on Wednesdays. We're meeting on Wednesday next week, but next week will be our last Wednesday. And after that, we will be on Sundays, and Sundays about the same time. but we'll be doing the Magical Mystery Marketplace. But after the Mystery Marketplace is over, we'll start doing this. We'll just keep the same stream going. So if you hang out for the Magical Mystery Marketplace, which starts at 6 p.m. on Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, you can hang around for that, and then you can hang around afterwards, and we will be doing readings and helping to raise funds. So it'll be one big party that night. Really lovely time. And by the way, if you don't know what the Magical Mystery Marketplace is, it's Witchy QVC. We get together, another Parlor of Wonders person and I, come on. Love Witch has been my guest sometimes. Honoreo has been my guest. All the celebrities, Miss Kelly, Bewitching Tarot is coming up soon, although she's very nervous about it. She's going to do great. You just have to get her out there and she'll be awesome and fun and funny. She's such a funny and sweet soul. So anyway, we're going to have a great time doing that. So yeah, so come on down for that. And so next week we'll be here again on Wednesday, but then following that, we'll be on Sunday. So just make a note of that and add it to your calendar. You know, we always put these up with like, I think that they're showing like coming soon. So you can get notifications if you're on any of the socials. If you add the notifications bell, usually it's a little bell, it will let you know when we go live so you won't miss it. But you know, you can also just put it in your calendar and check it out. If you'd like a reading with me, we're doing readings to help raise funds for seniors in Ukraine. $40 feeds a senior for a full 2 weeks, which is a wonderful value. Think of what you're doing. $40 here. I mean, that's easily like a lunch at a kind of a basic cafe in Los Angeles. I'll tell you, in the big city, it's kind of expensive. $40 is a lunch. By the time you get to the tax and the tip and everything else, you know, your lunch is $15. You get a drink, you know, something to drink with it. You're up to $20. Lunch for 2 people could be 40. Jen, thank you so much, Jen. Jen just donated $30. Thank you so much, Jen. Jen, pop your question in. Jen. Yes, a general reading. Thank you so much, Jen. This is wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Great to see you, Jen. Jen is super supporter. You're also one who comes a lot of these times and has supported way more than once. That's for sure. We're so appreciative. We're so thankful. Thank you so much. All right. What you don't know, you guys, is that I also donate. When you guys donate, I also add money in. So I donate too, but I don't get a reading for myself. I can give myself a reading anytime, right? I just donate too. All right, let's see what we see. Ah, sweet, sweet. Okay. All right, look at this. It's like such a cool thing coming up. So our first card is 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is a card that people often look at this card and they go, "Ugh, that's terrible. I don't like it. I don't want it." But I call this card closing one chapter and opening a new chapter. So like something in your life, Jen, is like it's ready to like be finished. It's ready to be done. It's time for that chapter to close. This card is not a bad card. This card is a card that's a kind of a neutral card. If we're experiencing something that is difficult, that's challenging, that we're ready for it to be over, this card is just telling us we're never going to have to go back there again. And I love that, you know, that you're moving forward in your life, or that you're ending something, but there's a new chapter beginning. There's a new day dawning. And really, some of those things in our life that are ready to be over, it's nice to be able to like put it to rest and never have to worry about it again. So let's say, for example, I'm not saying this is you, Jen, but let's say somebody is going through a health issue and we see 10 of Swords. That can mean the health issue is resolved, that chapter is closed. They are not going to experience that health issue anymore. There's a real finality to the 10 of Swords. So when I see this showing up, people are like, "Oh, yuck, I don't want that card." I go, "Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. If there's something in your life that is time to end, or it's time to finish it, or it's time to wrap it up, or even banish something, this can be a fantastic card to see." So something in your life, one chapter is closing, but there's a new chapter that's opening, and that new chapter is much, much improved. I really see some great improvement. So, oh my gosh, look at Every time I do a reading, look who comes around. Hi. Princess Ozma comes around to interrupt the reading. All right, next card. So this is like we're looking at, and oh, I'm happy you made it. I'm happy you made it tonight too. So ending is this is our chapter ending. What is our new chapter beginning? Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a little pumpkin guy. He's sitting on a wagon and he's got a gold coin in his hand. So, what I see here is a new financial opportunity, a new business opportunity, a new job, a new thing, something that's new, but that is going to put money in your hand. Now, Knight of Pentacles is something long lasting, and it's something that may take some time to get going. So, it's never, when I see Knight of Pentacles or really any of the court card, the Pentacle court cards, I don't think this is a sudden change. This is a gradual change. I don't think this is going to be like shocking, thing, but I do see, like, I would look at it as like, oh yeah, this one door is closing and this other door is opening, and it's very gentle and slow. It's really like, he's getting a ride on that cart. A cart is not moving fast. A cart is, moving along at a steady pace, but it's moving slowly. So I think that this transformation or this change or this chapter closing is not going to be sudden. It's not going to be shocking. It's going to be a gradual experience. So it could be things like, starting to look for a new job and then getting a new job and then going to that. It could be starting a little business of some kind. It could be some other, financial investments, but whatever it is, it's very gentle and gradual. It's very slow so that you're not going to have to scramble or rush or anything like that. And we're starting to see that transformation happen, the ending of something, but the beginning of something that's really good. Not only that, I mean, this is all about money and finances and material world stuff. We also see that 10 of Pentacles. If here's the other thing I would say, if there's any health issues going on, these are also cards of good health. Health getting better and better, money getting better and better, all of the material world things improving. So I think if there are some challenges back here, the challenges are about to end and we're about to get into this wonderful gradual energy of improvement over time. 10 of Pentacles is a card about true abundance. It's also a card, if you notice, this shape is the tree of life and the Kabbalah, right? This is the tree of life and the Kabbalah, which, to simplify the tree of life, it is like our pathway to divine energy. If we're pulling down divine blessings, we have to go on that pathway. We have to get it and pull it down, or the blessings find their way down that pathway and come to us. So as that pathway of this tree of life comes to us, it's about blessings. It's really about lovely blessings of health and wealth. I love seeing that. That is something that's stable and long lasting. Oftentimes I see this as the card of the ancestors blessing us. So I love to see what shows up in your new chapter. And your new chapter is about this health and wealth and things gradually and increasing. I mean, it's like the graph that's going like this, it's gradually getting better and better over time. So I love to see this as something that you are manifesting after this chapter close. Oh, Jen says, yes, I have some health issues and feel like I'm in a transition period. This reading is so accurate. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's lovely. So it's going to be that slow improvement and health getting better and better. But really, this is longevity. This is like great blessings. I think this is, I do think whatever health issues you're going to go through, you're going through, you're really going to put them to bed. You are not going to have to revisit them. So this card is not, the scary card that everyone thinks it is, right? This is a card of saying endings, but this is a thing, health issues, those are things we want to end and we would never want to see again. And that's what happens with Ten of Swords, is something, no going back to that situation. And I love seeing that for you. So there you go. Jen, you are a delight. Thank you so much. You guys, thank all of you. Thank you so much for these. We have time for one more reading in the last few minutes. If anybody wants to get that last reading in, you can go on Venmo, you can go on YouTube Super Chat, you can go on PayPal, and you can make a donation, and 100% of your donation will go to feed seniors in Ukraine. $40 feeds a senior for 2 weeks. Could you feed a senior for 2 weeks? Sure you can. $40 is like a lunch. You guys have been so generous. I want to thank the people that have made those donations today. Once again, give a shout out to all these amazing people. Ruxandra, thank you so much. John Paul, thank you so much. Adrija, thank you so much. 7C Mystic, thank you so much. Jen, thank you so much. You guys are absolutely the best. Thank you so much for making those donations. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, look at your cute little 7C Mystic little cat in a hat. So cute. Cat with a top hat on, sending us lots of love. We have a couple more minutes. If you are watching this as a video replay, we do this next week on Wednesday. So next week, let's get those dates in. It'd be nice to get those dates in. So next week on the 20th, we'll be meeting again on September 20th. The following week, we'll be meeting Sunday, the 24th. And from that point on, we will be here on Sundays. You can just pop in to the Magical Mystery Marketplace at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, right? 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9.
Mhm.
And we will do readings for you. So we're going to do it right after the Magical Mystery Marketplace, which takes place at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is like our GQVC. Usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half. Ivan will join us when he wakes up at 5:30 in the morning instead of 5 in the morning because he's in Kyiv. It's
Yeah,
early in the
easily.
morning there. It's early in the morning there. I think the sun is just coming up for you right now, huh?
Yeah, little by little.
Get to see the sunrise. It's always
Not
magical.
sunrise because we have clouds, but it's definitely
We've had clouds too.
moonlight.
Believe it or not, in Santa Monica, which is a beach city, usually very cool, we've been having hot clouds and humid. It's been
Mm.
odd weather, like very unusual tropical weather, which we normally don't have. Our weather's more like Greece or Spain, right? A little bit dry, warm, but moderate, not hot, hot. So, yeah, if you'd like a full length reading with me, you can get that by going to Parlor of Wonders and Services, and you can book a spiritual session, not just a full length reading with me. The Love Witch does readings, Honoreo does readings, Miss Kelly does readings, Bewitching Tarot does readings. We've got lots of readers, very amazing readers here at the Parlor of Wonders, and they would love to do a reading for you. So you can click that link and you'll see all of our wonderful readers, including me and the Love Witch who's behind the scenes here. And you can get readings and spell work, all the things. We do them all. All right. So I think, Yvonne, we are going to wrap up now. And I want to say thank you again to everyone who donated. I want to say thank you to you for coming and watching, even if you didn't make a donation. We gave you lots of ways that you can help Ukraine. Do you want to bring those back again? Let's just wrap up with that. Love Witch, if you can. These are ways that you can help Ukraine. You can donate here. That's one of the ways. But what are the other ways? You can support Ukrainian small businesses like on Etsy, like Yvonne's cross stitch pattern business. But there's all kinds of businesses. Find those businesses on Etsy that are centered in Ukraine. You can go on your favorite social media and find Ukrainian posts or Ukrainian creators and follow them, like and support them, write supportive comments on Ukrainian posts. This is a very interesting thing. In Yvonne, you can add Yvonne on Facebook. There's the QR code to add Yvonne on Facebook. Just giving a like to his posts helps other people to see his post. It puts it up in the algorithm. The more likes you get, the higher you show up in the algorithm. It takes less than a second to just give a little like to something. But when you do that, it helps the creators and it helps them deeply. So, yeah, you can follow Ukrainian accounts and people in Ukraine. You can follow their accounts. You can go to a protest in your town. I don't know if there's any protests happening very much anymore. I know in Washington, D.C., there's Ukrainians out there every day, but maybe in New York, there's a protest. But if not, you know what? You can post about Ukrainian things on your own account. Find a photo of one person in Ukraine right now and say a prayer for them. Guess what? You want to see some cute Ukrainian seniors that you can say a prayer for? Follow Yvonne on Facebook and you can see some cute Ukrainian seniors and you can say a little affirmation, a blessing, a spell, a prayer for them. It's a lovely thing to do. You can organize a protest in your town. That's right. If you don't have, go organize and make a protest. Go say, we need more help for Ukraine. This is so important. And it's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Like, this is like, there are people that think, oh, why should we bother in another country? Why are we sending them money? Because, first of all, for humanity, just to be a good human, we should do that, of course. But second of all, Ukraine is defending the world right now. You understand that, right? The Ukraine is defending the world from this imperialist country that is trying to forcibly take over land. This is terrible. And so if you are the kind of person, when you read a story about World War II and said, I would have been against Hitler and I would have been against Nazis, well, now is your freaking time to step up and do the thing. And you guys are. When you make these donations, you're really helping. You can also text PYWZKE to 50409, and that is ResistBot. ResistBot is a great little app that will send letters, fax letters, to your elected officials. You don't even need to know who your senators are, who your Congress people are. You don't need to know who they are, because when you do that, PYWZKE to 50409, they will ask you for your zip code and they will send the letter on your behalf. You can change the letter to say what you want it to say, or you can take the letter that already exists there and send it. It's going to send a letter saying, please remember to send more humanitarian aid and military aid to Ukraine. I support this. Let your elected officials know. If you don't want to do ResistBot, then go find your elected officials, call them or write them, and let them know how important this is to you. And if you have compassion for humanity, just do one thing for Ukraine every day. It can be liking a post. It can be sharing a post. It could be making a comment on a post. It can be following a creator. It can be listening to Ukrainian music. It can be looking at Ukrainian art. It can be learning about Ukrainian history. It can be learning the Ukrainian language on Duolingo. All of these things are helpful. All of these things are great support. So just do one thing. It could be putting a flag outside of your house. That's the beautiful Ukrainian blue and yellow flag. I have 2 of them outside of my house. So I'm already doing one thing for Ukraine every day. And guess what has happened from me having those flags out? I've met all my Ukrainian neighbors, including Ukrainian Jehovah's Witnesses, have come to my house. Believe it or not. Do you know about Jehovah's Witnesses? Do you know who I'm talking about?
About what witnesses?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
Like a Christian cult. A Ukrainian lady who's a Jehovah's Witness is like wanting to leave me her pamphlet material. I'm like, I don't think you understand. I'm a vidma. I'm not interested in your religion. So, yeah. 7C Mystics. I'm so deeply moved by causes that support the Ukraine. And as an American, yeah, I cannot imagine being in a war-torn country. We have no imagination for it. But if we see an image, it's so shocking. Ukrainian Jehovah's Witnesses, I know. And she's asked, I wasn't here. My kids were here, and they're adult kids. And my kids answered the door, and she's like, do you speak Ukrainian? And he's like, no, my mom does. I barely speak Ukrainian. I mean, Yvonne's always making fun of my accent. I barely speak Ukrainian, but I'm laughing because I'm like, oh my God, she doesn't even know what she's getting herself into. I'm a witch, man. The last thing I'm going to be is a Jehovah's Witness. That is the last thing in the world. I mean, I think it's a cult, but whatever. If that's your thing, more power to you, but it's a crazy cult. And I've known people that have been very damaged by that cult. Actually, Prince, for one, was very damaged by that cult. But I mean, people personally I know have been damaged. But I'm like laughing but I've also met great, like there's doctors I've met and other people that I've met that have come by and they're like, hey, are you Ukrainian? I'm like, yeah, my grandparents are Ukrainian, but I'm doing all this thing to support. And we have a nice conversation. And then the one doctor, he comes by, he starts speaking to me in Ukrainian, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. I can pick up like 1 out of 10 words. It's pretty funny. But anyway, all right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you so much for your donations. You guys are awesome. If you're watching this in replay, just join us next week on the 20th. We'll be here on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, or following week on the 24th, we'll be on Sundays, September 24th. So we'll see you on Sundays. All right, Yvonne, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Don't go anywhere because I'm going to send you your money. The rest of you, we'll see you later.
And quite a crazy day. because
Crazy
I've got
day.
some more donations during the
Good.
night, and the day will be really crazy.
That's great.
A rush hour, but not an hour, maybe 8 hours.
A rush 8 hours. All right, everyone. Thanks for supporting seniors in Ukraine. I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.